Hit the record button and here we go. All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to today's update. And of course, first of all, again, I would like to thank everybody that has been subscribing on YouTube. It's been a blast. I don't know what to say. I never expected that. I'm so stoked about this. And of course, we try to keep it up. We will keep on broadcasting as long as time permits. And yeah, let's grow this channel, guys. If you like what you're seeing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you know exactly when the stream is going live. Basically, it's always the same thing with a few exceptions because, yeah, I have a real life besides of all this. But usually 12:30 UTC, this is the date, this is the time, and you are expected to be there. Just join in on the live chat, join in on the action, ask your questions away, so I can help you understand much better what is going on. Also, remember, I do not shout targets. I will not tell you what to do, when to enter. What I do explain, or what I do want to show, is how I go over my analysis, how I go over the price action, and every situation is different. I don't want to put out videos about how to do things, just some theoretical stuff, and then let you just drawn into the practice. What I prefer to do is allow you to follow me day after day, how I put my technical analysis, how I put my knowledge in practice. And I said it yesterday also in the Discord channel, it's not very important to be the best technical analyst. It's an edge. It's really, really good to know how to analyze your charts, but what is very much more important is to understand and to stick to your strategies. Try to go over the practice, do it in real time with small amounts, low leverage, so that you have some wiggle room, and learn to work with your entries. Learn to be more flexible in the action as it is occurring. I think this is one of the most important things to be successful at trading, especially on such a volatile asset like Bitcoin. It's very much impossible to predict exactly what is going to happen. What you can do is, as the price progresses, as time goes by, making sure that you covered all contingencies. Keep looking at both the positive and the negative, and make sure that your position is flexible enough so that you can either take some pain, or that you have a plan B in case that it goes against you. Because just going high leverage, all in, setting your stop losses and losing everything is just going to make you lose a lot more over time than just being able to readjust your entry position as time goes by. But if you want more explanations on that, then I really urge you either to join me on the live chat so I can really answer your questions. I'm not just going to throw out a whole bunch of theory, because there's so much to talk about, and I don't know where you stand. Okay, so this is also why I open up the Discord channel. And okay, there is no subscription, there's no entry fee. The only thing that I want is for you to join on my affiliate link, so I can make sure, number one, that only the people in the Discord channel are real active traders. I've seen enough channels being overrun by spammers or people who try to induce fear and just be toxic to the community. And I want to keep it clean. And then on the other hand, because I don't want to be seen like somebody who tries to profit from other people's failures and other people's good intentions, my affiliate rewards, I will give back a part to all the active traders. So if you are an active trader in my group, then every month I will look at the most active traders and I will give back, or I will share a piece of the affiliate revenue. Okay, I hope this sounds fair enough. I couldn't make it more open and accessible. You will receive the bonuses. Bybit is an amazing, good platform. I have good contacts with the support service. If support doesn't really answer your questions, come to me. I will go straight to them and I will mediate whatever problem you have. There's nothing you will be losing, and if you don't like it, just quit. All right, so yeah, give it a shot. But yeah, okay, I've been diverging enough on all this. We do have a lot of other stuff to talk about. All right, so where did we leave off yesterday? What was yesterday? Yesterday we were the 8th, and we did the streaming at the same time, more or less about here. All right, so what was this looking like? On the first glance, we did get our little reaction here from this area. Like I said, things are not sure until we confirm a real breaking of the higher range. We could expect a bounce here, but then again, we're gonna move to the 1 hour time chart. Then again, this bounce was actually shortly lived, and what happened on the RSI, we were making a lower low, and that was also joined with a lower low on the price action, and two lower lows agreeing with each other. We all know what this means. This is continuation to the direction or continuation of the trend. So this was actually an easy play to anticipate. Like I said, if you really wanted to use the stop losses, this would have been a good level at 15,500. But another option would have been just to either have your position small enough, wait it out, and then add up on your position, or maybe even close a little bit of your position so you can re-enter at a lower price. Now, last night in the Discord channel, I also received a question as the price was diving down here, if this was the good entry point. And what did I say? A signature after such a dump should be followed with a retest of the lows and create a higher low, a real signature on the RSI. We didn't have that here quite yet. We needed to wait a little bit longer to see this signature form, and this is actually a positive signature so far. We do have a little bit of a hesitation right here, which could be leading on itself back to a retest of the lower area. But I already measured it out here on the RSI. For price to really make a continuation signature, we would have to see the price tank down. It's a little bit lower. We need to see the RSI make a lower low as well. So the next lower low would be set at 16,364 from my reads here. This could all depend on the exchange you are working with. And if you are using derivatives, derivatives platforms, then I would urge you to be looking more at the spot price rather than the price action on your exchange, because derivatives exchanges sometimes can have kind of like a difference in price, a difference in market price, because you're not really trading bitcoins on a derivatives exchange. You're trading assets, contracts that should stay rather close to the price of Bitcoin. But getting a big spike on a derivatives exchange is not going to relate or translate to a big spike on the spot market. Okay, so you really have to understand this difference. The derivatives exchanges like Bybit have certain protocols being put into place that will try to control these outbreaks, but there is always still some slight fluctuation happening. Okay, so if you really want to have a good analysis, go to your TradingView chart and go on a major spot exchange. I like to use Bitstamp, but Coinbase is also a good one. I would also look at Poloniex, because Poloniex, BTC, USDT, they have a long history and they have a large volume, so less manipulation, and yeah, you know, the price reads on the charts are a little bit closer to the average that you should be expecting on your derivatives exchange. Okay, so all that being said, now where does this leave us? Right now, we did make on the short term a little bit of a bearish signal, creating here a higher high on the RSI, over a slightly lower high on the price action. The wicks, although, did reach above and did pierce above, which in my book, this would tell me that there is a lot of price action. The ceiling has not been set here right now, but right now what we are expecting is actually a similar signature as the one we see here. Okay, a little bit of a swipe down, a retest. We did get our first lower low here. We did pop up, make another lower low, which actually on the RSI was a higher low. That was signal number one, and then a spike up, being halted here because of the impending bearish signal. But because it's on a low time frame, all it did was just push price down almost at the same areas here. It's not going to be guaranteed that we are going to hit the same areas, but what do we see? We do have a continuation pattern of the trend, and this is a healthy recovery. So right now, if you're not in a position, don't worry at all. If you enter a little bit late, like you're entering right here, you only saw this like a few hours or a day late, no problem, there's no issue after such a dump. And especially if we get a strong recovery pattern, you can be sure that all this is new buyers coming in and looking for the right entry price. They are not going to leave their position at the first resistance that they get. Okay, so this is a very good signature, and right now we are waiting it out and seeing if we will get a similar signature forming from here. Okay, so there's not much more reading into this that I can give you for now. It's actually very clear as day. You don't need too many indicators to go off of this entire situation. What I would also like to draw your attention to is the stochastics right here that have completely rejected the bearish control zone. And of course, do not trade stochastics from one high to the low, waiting for the high. It doesn't really work. Sometimes you could be lucky. Sometimes it would work. I know from experience, like years ago, I tried it, and you know, one in three, maybe 1 in 4, you have a good signal coming from this alone. But what do you do with the other leftovers? If you do the math, you're basically losing much more than you're making. So don't use the stochastics like this. It's a momentum indicator. Like, look at here. You would have said, oh, we hit the bottom and it's going up. So yeah, I'm going to get into a big long position. And what happens? Phew, dives down and bam, you're in a big loss. Yeah, right. So be careful with the stochastics. It's a momentum indicator. Below the 40, we are trending down. Above the 60, the trend is more to the upside. And this is how you use the stochastics. Actually, you wouldn't even need these lines, these wiggly things. All you would need is just a bar, an indicator, a straight bar that says, okay, we're in the trending up, or we're low, we're trending downwards. I think maybe this would help more novice traders to read this correctly. I know that the lines and stuff, it's an easy misconception. Okay, so be careful with that. What we can use is the RSI, but you need to remember that also the RSI on its own is not the one and golden indicator that works that works the charm. You need to be able to read the RSI together with the price action and understand the relation between those two. Okay, so yeah, like I said, if you want more in-depth explanations on that, either join in on the live chat or just join me on the Discord channel, and then we can have one-on-one talks as much as you like. I love to do this. Okay, now, easy part. For now, we hope to see the recovery happening right here. Like I said yesterday, this is still the really good zone where the bullish trend, the bullish continuation could very easily happen and keep pushing us to new all-time highs, which would be a nice thing because we did see some amazing rallies at the year's end, and this is the year's end, so this would be a very nice tradition to uphold. But still, you know, be very careful. The thing that we do not want to see is really RSI breaking down below the 16,300, 16,400. Now, you know what? Let's do that same magic numbers thing on the higher time frames, and let's see if we still get the same read for all this. Because remember, breaking this blue box, this big blue box, this is the signature that we need to start thinking about the change of momentum for a extended period of downtrending. As long as we do not break this, as it stands, we still have the uptrend. You can see the channel here that's been holding for quite some time, still being respected. So all in all, as long as I'm looking at a picture like this, this makes me happy. Okay, for the bullish side. Okay, if we turn bearish, then I will just change my bias and I will be happy again. Okay, so this is especially when trading derivatives markets. It doesn't matter. It does not matter whether the trend is bullish or bearish. As long as you go with the trend and you don't try to fight it, you will be in for a good run. Okay, so keep that in mind, please. Now let's look at the 3-hour chart. Let's have a little read here and let's have some coffee. In case you might be wondering, I'm drinking coffee with cream just because I try to stay on the low carb end of the spectrum. It keeps me more focused. I have a better energy, a better stamina, and you know, in this market, this is really what you need. Now, let's have a look first at the 3-hour chart. The 3-hour chart here right now, we still don't have a bearish momentum indicator. We did not even reach the high of this local high. Probably there's going to be a little bit of a correction, which would be healthy and which would keep the continuation going as long as we don't make our lower low together with a lower low on the RSI. That's a no-go. That's the worst signal we could expect, because then we are actually in the low end of the spectrum, and we cannot be expecting a quick recovery anymore. So let's do the measurement and let's see where this low end would be sitting. On the RSI, I read 17.6. Let's do this, 17.6, and yeah, same thing, 17,200. Maybe we want to have a look at the 4-hour chart. Let's see what this one says. So 19.7. 17,400. So yes, same ballpark, same areas. And maybe the 5-hour chart just to have a good average, especially because the 3-hour, 4-hour, and 5-hour chart do have different closing intervals, and I like to measure out the where they are starting to agree upon, and I try to use a little bit of an average of those three, especially for the wee bit longer term. Okay, don't confuse this with the real long term, because I'm not doing long-term predictions. I really couldn't care less about that, and it won't make me a better trader, a better day trader. If you're in it for the long run and you just want to hodl, then it's actually fairly easy. You know, wait until price is at crazy lows, when the fear and greed index is at its lowest of the lowest, and this is where you start DCAing, and then you just forget about it and you just let it ride. Okay, this is your long-term strategy. Perfect, easy, works a charm. Just don't look at it and don't freak out if the price goes down a little bit more. Just buy some more and don't care about it. Just put in money that you would put on a savings account and just never ever think about anymore. So yeah, there's your long-term strategy. I hope this helps. But now here for the 5-hour chart, let's have a look and see. This one is at 22.6, 22.7. Let's dial it in, 22.7. And oh, this one is sitting a little bit higher. The 5-hour chart would already see a lower low on the RSI if we break 7, or if we close under 17,770. So this is more or less the purple line here, more or less still in line with what we had. So yeah, maybe we can draw this a little bit lower. Well, no, I think I'm going to leave it as it is. It's good enough. For me, it's clear that the main issue is, for now, as we progress, not to break this low edge of the channel. Yeah, like I was expecting for quite some time, breaking this channel would actually indicate already that the momentum is changing. As long as we are here in this blue box, we could still see a little bit of an attempt of a recovery, but printing a higher high would be completely out of the question, out of the picture, especially on the shorter term and the medium term, like the coming days, coming weeks to follow. But yeah, nothing has been played out so far. This is my short-term analysis for the Bitcoin chart. Now I would like to have a look at the dollar and see if the dollar is actually capitulating. And look at this. On the 5-hour chart, we do see complete capitulation happening. Even a second bearish divergence very locally being printed. So yeah, this is an easy read. And let's go to the 1-hour chart. What do we see on the 1-hour chart? We did have this here bearish signal structure that that is completely starting to play out. For now, we do see just continuation, a lower low on the RSI, and compared to all this from here, from this is the lowest low. So yeah, for now, as it stands for now, I would say more continuation to the downside for the dollar. And yeah, this would be in line with what we are seeing on the Bitcoin charts. And let's compare more or less if E-mini futures is agreeing as well. For now, E-mini future is actually in the midst of its capitulation. See, this is actually the structure that we have been looking at on Bitcoin earlier. Like we did have our series of wait, let's go to the higher time frames. We did have our series of lower highs, lower highs, and then eventually capitulation on the last peak on the all-time high right here. And usually this is actually weird. Usually E-mini futures is the one leading the trend, especially when it comes down to being correlated with the dollar, because they are traded against the dollar, and if the dollar tanks, E-mini futures gets a boost already from this, and then also a little bit of change in sentiment and people putting more money in the stocks, and bam, you have your explosive results that we have been seeing since March. But right now it looks like Bitcoin was actually leading the trend, and I find this very, very interesting to see and to keep track of how those two or those three, those global markets actually are being correlated for some time and then decoupling. So yeah, what does this look like? Maybe it could mean that that more people are starting to put their faith, or a majority of the world investors are actually starting to draw their eyes upon of Bitcoin. Could be. I don't know exactly, but reading these charts, I do feel more interest coming into Bitcoin. Maybe we can have a look at what could we look at? The cryptocurrency market cap, maybe market cap. Maybe like this, Bitcoin market cap. You know what? Let's move over to coin market cap and let's have a look there. Because maybe we are going to see something here in the overall market cap. And yes, as you can see, there is a lot more interest coming in to the cryptocurrency space. Um, right here, where are we? This is November, December, blah, blah, blah. Right here, we do see exactly the same signature, exactly the same signature as we did see on the Bitcoin chart, more or less. Let's close this. If you can see, as you can see, those two are corresponding very, very well. So yeah, probably it's literally more money moving into the space. I say probably because, like I said, I'm not a news anchor. I'm not a person that is so much in touch with what the entire world is doing. What I do is analyze the charts and try to find my own spin on the correlation between said assets and trying to understand a little bit better and anticipate what the global funding is doing. And this is how you should be working. So for now, short recap, and then we shut it down. I hope you guys really found this interesting. On the short term, I would be looking at least for a retest of the lower area, making the bullish signature. Two signatures could be valid. Number one, we get a lower low and a higher low on the RSI. Beautiful. Number two, we get a higher low and we keep the trend of higher lows on the RSI. Those two signatures are the ones that we are hoping for if you are bullish. If you are bearish and if you really hope for price to tank, then what you need to be looking for is actually price breaking below this structure here, forming a lower low on the RSI. Probably, statistically speaking, I don't think this is in the cards. I do believe if we reach here in this area, we are going to get some support from these levels here. There are going to be bounces before we actually really see the structure break below the blue box. But don't quote me on this. This is a very volatile market. We need to keep our options open and we need to keep our feet on the ground. So closing in on this note, I wish you guys the best of the best. I wish you guys a very happy day. Bad weather here, so I will be indoors doing what I like to be doing. But on your part, I wish you a very happy day. Stay safe, stay COVID free. Take care of your positions, and I'll see you tomorrow, 12:30 UTC, same time, same channel. UTC, this means GMT, Global Time Zone 0. Look at your time zone, do the calculations, do the math for yourself, and try to tune in on the live chat. Also, think about it. If you want to get into the Discord channel, it's over there. Move over to Wolves of Bybit, go to the website. It's fairly easy. You just scroll down. There's a sign up button. Sign up, make a new account in Bybit. If you already have a Bybit account, it's not an issue at all. Just sign up, make a new account, and I will ask for the affiliate support center to just move over all your statistics, all your trade, everything to your new account, so that you don't lose any track record or whatsoever. Once you signed up, send me an email, give me the nickname that you want to use, the email address that you used on your Bybit account, and maybe also in the message you can add a little message with the user ID, so it's a lot more easy to verify that you actually are on the affiliates program, and then you're in. Join the fun. We do have a small community that is growing little bit at a time, but I try to keep it small with only honest, serious traders that are not there to sabotage the group, but that are there to help each other grow. And yeah, that's it. All right, so I'll leave you on this note. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember, be there, be square.